Hello, friends! In this video, I will show you and more importantly explain the very best exercise for all illnesses. Many of you are already quite familiar with this posture, especially if you're feeling worn out, completely exhausted, or for example, if you're an elderly person, your body naturally assumes this position on its own, and it's truly very beneficial for you. This is the exact position where we rest our elbows on our knees and slowly lower our head. Let me take a moment to explain exactly what happens at this point. First of all, if we are going to talk about the spine, the most common and problematic area in our spine is the lower lumbar region. There are herniated discs, misalignments, vertebral fusions, and noticeable instability in the lumbar region, which leads to varicose veins, weight gain, and persistent issues involving the intestines and the genitourinary system. In short, everything located below the level of the lower back is related to problems in the lumbar region. The most common problem in the lumbar region is the sticking together of vertebrae and hypolordosis, which is when our belly protrudes forward. Accordingly, in this specific exercise, we are going to very gently and very relaxedly stretch the lumbar spine area. Let's do it one more time together. Now let's get down on our knees and carefully explore exactly how the deep stretching of the lumbar spine occurs during this movement. We are not simply trying to bend over more. Instead, we are using the natural leverage of our shoulder to deeply stretch out the lumbar region. You can try reaching a little further forward with one shoulder, then slowly with the other, and feel how symmetrically the left and right sides of your lower back are stretching now. Take your time to notice the sensation as you alternate sides. If you feel that one specific side is more painful or tense, know that there are certain physical difficulties there, and this exercise done slowly and methodically will gradually resolve and clear those issues. Accordingly, the next thing that might happen to us is tension along the back of the thigh, a deep sensation of stretching in the muscle. If you feel stretching along the back of your thigh, know that your glutes are not working properly. This consequently results in your body engaging the wrong muscles excessively when walking and standing. The back of the thigh, accordingly, has a remarkably profound influence on the quality of our spine and, strangely enough, on the functioning of the heart muscle. Because if your legs are constantly tight and overly tense, they require a substantial amount of energy and power from the heart. The next reason why this practice is beneficial is that it will stretch the so-called meningeal membranes. The fact is that our spinal cord is located inside the spinal canal, and inside there are hard and soft meningeal membranes that protect the brain. The meningeal membranes are attached at the base of the skull and the sacrum. And at the very moment when we perform this mindful practice and begin to slowly lower our head toward the chest, you will notice a stretch, especially if you gently turn it slightly to the left side and then over to the right side in a very deliberate manner like this. You will primarily be stretching the delicate meningeal membranes inside your spine, either on the left or on the right side. And some of you will be surprised, feel free to write in the comments if you feel this. You will notice clearly different degrees of tension on the left and right sides. This means that somewhere your meningeal membranes are stuck or restricted, or have even grown together and fused. This may be related to injuries. It may be related to spinal disc hernias. It may be related to epidural anesthesia in women, or even to some inflammatory processes occurring inside the spine. Accordingly, it is very important for the meningeal membranes to move freely, because if they do not move freely, the nerves that come out of the spinal cord cannot properly reach the muscles and internal organs. Another important thing we will discuss is the specific movement that happens when we slowly lower our head and completely relax. And here, once again, we get a beneficial stretch throughout the cervical spine area. If you happen to feel a slight crunching sound when you tilt your head, it simply means that the vertebrae have returned to their proper, healthy place. One of the primary issues associated with high blood pressure is that the vertebrae in the cervical spine become shifted out of their proper alignment, which disrupts the normal blood flow through the vertebral artery. As a result of this, the body is forced to significantly raise blood pressure in order to properly supply the brain with blood. And the final and very important component of this exercise that I will discuss though there are certainly many more, is specifically related to the process of compressing the intestines and the chest area. By consistently doing this, we effectively lift the intestines and improve the flow of lymph circulation throughout our entire body. Please pay close attention to the movement. There is a deep forward twist occurring here, and at the exact moment when we take a deep breath in, we should slightly stretch the entire front surface of the torso through that breath, and you will notice our body involuntarily straightens up. Then on the slow exhale, the head drops down even lower toward the floor. This process promotes a profound sense of physical relaxation and facilitates the gentle release of deep-seated muscular structures within our body, ultimately resulting in the natural upward lifting and healthy realignment of the internal organs. How long should you practice this? I recommend that you start by doing it for about 30 seconds. Your goal is to relax as much as possible and enjoy the process. Later on, I recommend practicing this movement for about 2 to 3 minutes and carefully observing how the stretching occurs in the lumbar region, in the cervical region, and how the stretching happens all along the back of your body, and how your body finds internal space for freer inhalation and exhalation. And this naturally leads to your internal organs rising, and the stagnant lymph inside your torso begins to move more actively, allowing your body to release all built-up tension.
Friends, it's strange to record this message because in my native language, Russian, I have about 2.5 million subscribers. These are people who are genuinely interested in the human body, in how, with the help of hands and simple breathing and meditative techniques, you can bring the body to its best possible state. I see how much the knowledge I share helps Russian-speaking people, and it's important to me to bring this knowledge to people all over the world as well. So please subscribe and give a like so that others can also join in and access this very valuable information.